it's always been a place of calm and safety. And, during the period of my life where I had no direction, I was 24, I had nothing, and I was embarrassed and full of shame. I was here. This is the one that I'm surfing right now. This is the one I learned to surf on. This one's earned its time. It's retirement, I think.
A few dings there.
A few dings. Pretty sure I just slammed that bit in the car door.
Really?
Door, so.
No hectic story.
No cool story, I wish there was, but grandparents live here. They bought it back in the 60s and it's been part of the family since then, so been lucky enough to, use it. I didn't know where I was going. I had no direction. I'd been told no 1,000 times by every, by whether it be an audition or trying to be a paramedic and not being good enough. And I'd see my friends, they'd started careers and started to making their mark. There's heaps of memories down here. Used to set off the shark alarm off this thing. They've since locked it up, so.
Where is it?
It's just on this pole. It used to be like just a button that you could push. What we didn't realise, it sets off obviously the alarms, but it also informs like the local fire department and police. So I remember setting it off and the fireys came down at it would have been like 12 o'clock at night and gave us all a fucking, just told us off really. In a nice way. I applied for London ambulance service. After the exam, the guy came back in and said, Xavier Molyneux, sorry mate, but you failed by 2 marks, not this year. I lost a bit of hope in becoming a paramedic because nobody wanted me. It hurt, it sucked, because you're not good enough.
Spray!
Yeah, it was a little passion project that I kept very much to myself. I didn't tell too many people I was trying this acting thing out.
Yeah.
Did like an 8-week course at NIDA or something, and I'd started going to Sydney Actors Association. You learn so much. You'd be like, the quietest guy in the room would get up there and do a shootout scene or something, and just come back and be like, thanks. I'd be like, what? And the opposite for me. I thought I was a pretty confident guy, and then I'd get in front of the camera and I'd curl up. My family went through a divorce back when I was sort of 14 through to 20. And this was always just, I'd come up here with friends, wouldn't tell anybody, and we'd just hang out, and it's a good way to escape it all, I found. And it's been a place for that sort of feeling. Whoa.
Right.
Yeah, I was trying a bit of modelling, a bit of acting, just seeing what that sort of looked like. Then I applied for Big Brother. One thing led to another. I didn't really think about it. I was just like, it's a chance at $250,000, and I was 21, 22 at the time. So I was like, why not? It's not like you'll have anything else right now. COVID in the Big Brother house. COVID and being so still brought up a lot of shame for me. The guy from Big Brother who said he was a paramedic, but I'm not a paramedic. Nobody wants me to be a paramedic. During that rough period of my time, I came and lived up here with them. And I look up to my grandfather like there's no tomorrow. You know, he has done so much for me. And so has my grandmother. He's had such a big life. And there I was sitting at the table with him going, you've given me so much, and how have I screwed it up this bad that I don't know what to do. He just said, Xavier, this life is going to take you in all different directions. You just have to just choose one and go for it. It's funny because when I look back at this time, I was at like the lowest of lows. And that's finally when, I don't know who like makes the decisions, but they waited till I was on my knees. And then I got a letter saying, you start in August as a paramedic.
"28. That's a rude question. 28 years young. On a beautiful summer's day. What are we? January somewhere. And I like the idea that, you know, I can show it to the grandchildren, you know, Dakota, Ziggy, Nance, when they grow a bit up and they go, what's this Whale Beach place that you guys always harp on about? I go, oh, here's my kooky grandma with a frangipani and her sunglasses. Took that one last week so we can surprise them with it.
Oh, that's great.
And yeah, Eagle. Eve?
Yeah, that'd be a good
Because Eve loves photos.
Yeah.
Like physical photos. So I was like, oh, show me that photo. But she can't work her phone, so she prefers hard copy.
I don't think I was taking my acting too seriously. I'd found this new sort of structure in my life, and you know, I wanted to hone in on being a paramedic. But it was also a reality check of, you know, paramedics isn't all about, you know, heart attacks and bleeding out. It's a lot of, you know, holding hands and telling people everything's going to be all right. Nursing homes and whatnot. And then my second year, I got sent out to Penrith. Didn't want to live in Penrith, so I would sleep in my car. So I'd do it'd be like, you know, 12 or 14 hour shift. Then during the day, I'd go park underneath the gym, have a shower, and then sleep during the day in my car. And it was a harsh reality to go, you know, I told myself I was a paramedic, and now I can't see myself doing this. At the end of the day, I couldn't hack it. I just couldn't hack it. I was falling apart. My mental health was taking a turn, and, you know, I wasn't turning up as a friend or a you know, person in my family. I asked for some time off. My grandmother was sick at the time, and I sort of used that as hey, I really need some time off to, you know, help my grandmother out. They said no. I quit then. Like I resign. If that's what it is, that's what it is. And if I'm not that, then, and this isn't my path, then what am I? Like what? I'm going back 5 steps. I said I'm gonna go traveling for a year. I'm just gonna go do it. I'd saved up enough money to, you know what, I'll figure it out. And whilst I figure it out, let's do some traveling. An adventure.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted. I wanted an adventure. Just before I left for Japan, my agent said, hey Xavier, we've got this audition. It's for a movie called Take My Hand. It's filming sometime. Let's put an audition down. And I said, sweet, this will be the last audition I do for a while because I don't know when I'm coming back. I got an email on the couch when I was just hungover one day, and it was from my agent. He said, the last self-tape that you did for that film, Take My Hand, they want to see another one. And I messaged back saying, look, I can't do it. You know, I told you I was pretty done. My agent told me hey Xavier, get off your ass, you know, this is a chance, take it, do it, you'll regret it if you don't. And I was flying back through LA, so I had to go through LA, and stopped in on my friend Bill again, and I told him, I've got this audition, callback sort of thing. Bill's the best. Like, he was just like, mate, all right, you can film it here, I gotta go to work, but you use my car, here's everything that you need to film it. Sent it off, and I told him again, I was like, okay, cool. Back to traveling, I guess. If I don't hear from you, don't hear from you. In 2 days, he called me and said, hey, you got the role. And I said, you serious? And he goes, yeah, you got to be in Byron Bay in 10 days. Can you get there? And I was like, mate, I'll 100% get there. And then my agent goes, also, Neighbours is coming back. Part that you went for last year that you got really close to, they're re-auditioning it. If you get on the plane tomorrow, you will step off at Melbourne Friday afternoon. It cost me $3,500 to get on the next flight out of LA. 10 days into that 6-week stint up in Byron, I got a call saying, you got the part on Neighbours. When you finish in Byron, you got to go straight to Melbourne and start your role there. It's crazy. I've gone from, sleeping in a friend's couch for like the last 2 weeks, and in Canada hungover, to three bedroom. And I just called my mum and my sister. I was like, you guys have to get up here. And Bill was coming through Sydney at that time, and I said, mate, come check this place out. So Bill walked in the door and was like, mate, last time I saw you, you were sleeping on my couch, dodging rats. The musical that I did back when I was trying to be an actor, director from that went on and did a film, and he gave me a little speaking role in it, just to say, hey, you're part of the family. Eric Nash. He's been a great mentor of mine ever since. And I remember calling him when I got the job, and I said, I got Neighbours. He said, man, that is fantastic. Whatever you do, don't get comfortable though. This industry, when you've got momentum, stay on top of it and don't let it sort of fall over. I decided to go over to LA, and I told my agent here, I said, I want to find somebody in America that can represent me and join forces to hopefully continue this career.
I've been interested in sort of scaring myself into doing things. It's scary, do it, push limits of what you think you can do, and I don't know, that's sort of where I ended up, and been fortunate enough to keep doing it. So yeah, I'm loving it right now, and hopefully it can continue, but you just never know. You've just got to keep taking a risk and betting on yourself. After 2 years on Neighbours and a film up the sleeve, I think that's the next step. I'm happy that it's sort of come at this age, because if I was any younger, I don't think I'd have the head on my shoulders to be able to deal with it. So it's exciting times, nervous as ever, and yeah, never lived overseas, so I'm gonna miss it.